All right, so moving on, the tickets is for line busting. This isn't to complete a sale, but for line busting in order to be able to kind of move people through your line. So if you have a busy Saturday or a busy afternoon, you can certainly do that. And we also have a lot of lawn and garden, green industry use this. So they may have a large patio or lot where they have a lot of the items, and they may not have wireless anywhere there. So you can walk around your store, give a lot more one-on-one customer service, but by basically adding items to their cart as you go. So you can either select your customer if you want to in advance. If you imported your customers, of course, you can display your customers, select one, and then of course it's going to pull that customer information in and then be able to begin. So pretty similar, as you might see, to what you saw in the transfers as far as the layout. So you want to be able to, it's going to show you the items right up here on top, and then of course below that be able to show you the items that are on the ticket. It's also going to show you the total down here. So the total of $2.35 is going to show you the total down here, so you can go ahead and get an idea of what the total is for this customer. Same functionality as far as being able to change the quantity, add an item manually, etc. And before I forget, 2B-Inventory does have grid functionality. I'm trying to think if I recall if I have any items with grid, but if you scan a barcode that is grid specific, so it already has the cells populated, large blue shirt, will automatically pull that in. If it does not, then it will, if you just scanning or manually type in the item but that doesn't have any grid information, it will pull that information in. Let me see if I can find, pretty sure I have an item that is gridded here. Let me find it just 1 second. All right, so this one right here. So in this, what you're seeing here is the same regardless of the module, so physical count, whatever. Most of our customers are going to have barcodes that are grid specific, so you don't need to see the screen. You don't have to tell it the dimensions. In this case, obviously, it looks like my gridded item is not set up properly, so apologize about that. So it doesn't look like I have the grid dimensions entered here. So of course, it's going to tell me you can't do that. But it's anytime 2B-Inventory, regardless if it's a situation like that where items in the database is missing, or if the device that just flakes out and locks up, 2B-Inventory you won't lose any data. So you'll never have a situation like that. So it's going to store all that data, so you can always reset your device or enter that information back in, and you'll be right back at where you were. So in this case, if something happened, regardless of the situation, I can always just go back to list view, see the item or the ticket right here in this case, pull that back up, and now I can continue to work on this ticket. If Helen Brown here is not available to check out, want to continue shopping, or need to get some information, or takes a phone call, you have a new customer you need to help, the fastest way is just to hit the new button, and it'll immediately take me over to the next ticket where I can just begin scanning my tickets. And in this case, it's just going to use the generic cash or whatever your walk-in customer will use. Obviously, once that's exported back to Counterpoint, the cashier can change that. So if you need to create multiple tickets at one time before you send the whole ticket back to Counterpoint, you can. So in this case, if this customer is ready to go, I can just hit the send button right here, and it'll automatically go ahead and export that ticket. Now, obviously, for line busting, as you might imagine, if I'm literally trying to move people through the line and get things rolling pretty quickly, it's going to be something that you're going to want to have a wireless network on. So that's probably the one module that I would say wireless is probably going to be required. But it really kind of just depends on your situation. So if I'm now ready to begin my next ticket, I can of course just begin the scanning process here. There is a print receipt option. So if I want to have a kind of like the label printing that I mentioned, and that's available in item lookup. It's also available in receiving, by the way, for the label printing. But for receipt printing, if I want to print a receipt of the items that the customer is buying, if I hit this button, it'll go ahead and print a receipt because it's going to be connected to my Bluetooth, and it'll print a receipt of the items that this person's buying, and also have that ticket number, in this case 2B3-100004, in a barcode format. So if that customer wants to take it over to the cashier, and the cashier can just scan that barcode in to recall that order, they can. Obviously, they also have the option to just do a hold recall just like you normally would. Let's see. So I have the option, like I said, to either go ahead and send this one ticket, or I can, if you have multiple tickets at once, you can always send multiple tickets at one time. So in this case, I have 2 different tickets. So both of these customers are now ready to go. I can just hit menu and then send data, and it'll send all the tickets. So that original ticket for Helen Brown will always stay right here on the handheld until I'm done. So if that person doesn't come back, I could have just highlighted that ticket and just deleted it, or I could have gone and recalled it and made any edits, delete an item, what have you. So you always have that ability to make any edits before you send the data back over to Counterpoint. And so now the tickets are essentially just going to be ready for recall. So just like you're probably familiar with, let's see, where's my whole recall buttons? Let's see. So this is just going to bring up all the tickets that are available. So if I just want to recall, this is that one ticket that we just did, but you have the ability to right now go ahead and check out that customer. So it's just as if you created a brand new ticket inside Counterpoint, and that can just be recalled.